Gold. Gold was down today to $2,734 an ounce. But what happened? Trump and the Davos gang, he announced that they're going to lower interest rates. So gold closed at $2,752. It was down some $3, but still way up from its low. And Bitcoin, 103K. So they say it's going as high because Trump has his own coin. We got to see what happens.
In today's news recap, gold poised to overtake record peak as dollar drops on Trump remarks. Gold prices climbed over 1% on Friday, closing in on its all-time high hit in October as a weakening dollar on U.S. President Donald Trump's push for lower rates and tariff uncertainty drove the metal towards its fourth straight weekly rise. Spot gold prices, which have added 2.7% so far this week, are a mere $17.3 away from the record high of $2,790.15 hit on October 31. One factor certainly seems to be the drop in the U.S. dollar. Some of the biggest factors that are driving it are associated with President Trump talking tariffs, said Bart Mellick, head of commodity strategies at TD Securities. Trump is at risk of elevating prices, and I think the gold market perceives perhaps a higher inflation and possibly a central bank that's more accommodative. In this climate of uncertainty, zero-yield gold continued to shine as a reliable hedge against inflation and instability, while it remains particularly appealing in a low-interest rate environment. At the World Economic Forum on Thursday, Trump called for an immediate reduction in interest rates. The dollar hit an over one-month low, making bullion less expensive for foreign buyers. Trump has said tariffs on Mexico, Canada, China, and the European Union could be announced on February. 1. A short covering rally has boosted spot prices, but ETF flows remain choppy ahead of the Fed meeting, the bank noted. Traders expect the Fed to leave rates unchanged at next week's meeting. Spot silver was up 0.8% at $30.67 per ounce, and platinum rose 0.6% to $948. Palladium gained 0.1% to $190, $992.75, hitting its highest since November 25th. All were poised for weekly gains. Now we'll show you the best clips of the latest interview. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you do not miss out our daily recaps. And check goldsilverstacks.com to get your Stacker's Handbook, the ultimate guide to stack gold and silver, packed with strategies to trade the gold-silver ratio and get more ounces and build wealth over time so you don't have to rely on market commentators to make your investment decisions. Enjoy the episode.
The Trump game is a new game. Trump signs executive order promoting crypto, paving way for digital asset stockpile. This just came out. Trump, who was a crypto critic in his first administration, changed his tune on the campaign trail. Yeah, because he got $250 million from the crypto club. Yep. It goes on. Crypto investor companies and executives accounted for almost half of corporate donations in the 2024 election cycle. As they say, money talks, bullshit walks. If I am elected, it will be a policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future, he said. And, so I'm just thinking about this. Being that he's brought crypto guys into the gang, are they going to come out with a CBDC, central bank digital currency? Could be. It's very possible because, hey, we came out with a new currency. We're getting rid of that old dirty trash cash. We got digital trash. And with this new currency, we're just going to increase the value of the dollar, whatever they make up to bring down the federal deficit, which the real number is not 36 trillion, but when you put in everything they're going to owe, it's about 220 trillion. So this is very important to watch. It's a whole new game. And Trump is playing a game. This cat was there before. It's very different. We're the same age, me and Trump. You become a different person. I don't know the guts I had when I was younger. When you've been around a long time, enough of this shit, I'm not going to take it anymore. And Trump's been around. And he was president once. And now he's president twice. He's going to do what he wants to do. Again, agree or disagree. Trump, boy, I got to tell you, this guy's taken over like I've never seen in my life. Whether you like it or not, good or bad. And again, I know all of you and myself, we're just perfect. So everything we do is just right. So there's going to be things you like about Trump and things you can't stand about Trump. And so far, he's done a lot of positive things, as I see it. And you can see what's happening with the markets. The Dow today was up over 400 points. The S&P hit a new record. NASDAQ, it wasn't up too much, 0.22. Oil. Prices keep dropping. That's going to bring down inflation. And what did he do? He's telling the Saudis, you got to lower your oil prices. So now let's look at the fact. Didn't the Saudis just back that little Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, like a $2 billion deal to start a whatever? And it came out that Saudi Arabia may invest $1 trillion in America. Yeah. So Trump's on the Saudi side. And what he is doing, again, like it or not, good or bad, it's in front of your eyes. And I like lower oil prices. Drill, baby, drill, as he said. So oil prices are going to go down. And now he's back and forth on the Israeli-Iran conflict. And he's taking, you don't know what stance he's taking, but pretending to take a middle stance and wanting to have peace with Iran, which will be great. Because if Israel goes to war against Iran, oil prices will skyrocket. And it'll crash the global economy and the equity markets. Again, the facts are all there. Germany's in a recession, the third largest. UK is in dragflation, declining economy, rising inflation. India, the fifth largest, they're going to do everything they can to prop this economy up. End of story. So you got to keep oil prices low.
In today's news recap, Trump tariffs could have a massive impact on precious metals prices, but not the way many think. TD Securities' Melek. The newly installed U.S. administration's threats of import tariffs as high as 25% continues to roil commodities markets. And while many market participants are focused on potential shortages of physical gold and silver, that's not where the real impact is likely to be felt, according to Bart Melek, global head of commodity strategy at TD Securities. It looks uncertain. I think that's probably the kindest and mildest thing I can say, Melek said. Recently, we had a so-called blowout in the EFP exchange for physical silver and gold markets, and that was all because markets were concerned about what the tariffs might be. At this point, we are not looking at global universal tariffs, though they may also be coming, as was said in the Oval Office the other day. Right now, the focus seems to be Canada and Mexico. But it's not only the metals market, he added, it's also the energy market, which would be much more important to the broad economy than just the metals market itself. Asked about the impact on the U.S. supply chains from the tariffing of Canadian metals producers like Teck Resources, which sends significant amounts of copper and zinc south of the border, Melek said the U.S. administration could be creating an intractable problem for their own industry. We are a big exporter of zinc. That may very well be one of our largest sources of metal exports directly, and the U.S. certainly is a big customer of it, he said. What would it mean? Ultimately, there aren't that many substitutes. You could maybe get it from Chinese smelters instead. Ultimately, it means broadly higher prices domestically in the U.S. and some sort of market segmentation, a global price and a U.S. price. Before we show you more clips, smash the subscribe button and check out our huge discount on NordVPN, the fastest and most reliable VPN on the market. This VPN service is a perfect fit for smart stackers who want their privacy protected and don't want their data compromised by prying eyes. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, secure your internet access and get 3 free months with our promo. Believe me, the only problem you'll ever have is that you didn't get it 6 months ago. Let's get back into the episode.
So Trump said he's going to lower interest rates. Trump said he's going to do everything he can to bring interest rates down. The entire media was saying that the Fed would only lower interest rates twice. But why do you subscribe to the Trends Journal? We were the first to say that Trump would lower interest rates. We said he did it before when the Dow was down in December 2018, when it hit a low, the worst low since the Great Depression, 1931. What happened? He forced Powell to lower interest rates, and Powell lowered them in January 2019. That clip we just put up there, that's from November 12th. There's the cover of the November 12th issue. We're broke, Biden busted, in Trump we trust. And that's exactly what happened. With Donald Trump being reelected, now the question is, will he push the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates, which will be positive for U.S. equity markets, which have strongly spiked since Trump won? And we go on to say that he will. And you can go to Redacted that I just did with Clayton Morris last week. I said the markets are wrong. They're going to lower interest rates. And Trump said it for the same reason we said it. Because when interest rates remain high, other countries whose economies are going down, like the ones I just talked about, they need to lower their interest rates to boost up the economy. And they can't if the U.S. interest rates are high. And that's exactly what Trump said today. And that's exactly what we said. U.S. share of global foreign direct investment hits record amid strong domestic demand. Very important. Very important. This is very positive for the economy. But again, there are the wild cards that nobody can predict. And one of them, and don't forget this, is the office building bust. There are going to be defaults on office buildings like we've never seen before. Between $2 to $4 trillion is coming due in commercial real estate over the next 2 years. And your office vacancy rate is still around 20%. And according to Castle, I just went on before I went on the air, the office occupancy rate is about 43%. Trump is forcing people that work for the government to go back to work in Washington. That's going to make very little difference. Yeah. There's an article in the Financial Times. Billionaires line up to bend the knee. World's richest men occupy prominent seats in president's ties with industry titans grow. So the bigs are taking off everything. And Oxfam came out with a report that said the billionaires' wealth surged by $2 trillion last year. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Again, we're nothing more than plantation workers of slave land here. Capiche?
What do you think about Gerald Celente's bullish stance on gold? Do you agree that it remains one of the top trends heading into 2025 despite the recent sell-off? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all things gold, silver, and market trends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.